I want to discuss the future of work with our next guest, Workday CEO, Carl Eichenbach. It's great to see you, sir, as always.
Great to see you, Andrew.
One of the things we talked about yesterday, I think it was yesterday, all the days come together now. Mark Benioff from Salesforce, a partner of yours,
yes,
was talking about AI and was talking about the future of the workforce with Agentforce and the like. But then we started talking about how many new engineers he was thinking he would need to hire. And he said none, because AI was that powerful in terms of helping his firm really be able to do things that they couldn't do, make them that much more productive.
Yeah.
And I'm curious how you think about that, because we all think about like the future of labor.
Yeah.
Your whole business is dependent on labor, I imagine.
Yeah.
And how you think about that dynamic.
Yeah. You know, it's a great question, Andrew. Our business is dependent on labor. Today, it's dependent on human labor.
Right.
Going forward, it's going to depend on both human labor and digital labor, right? So there's always going to be incremental labor that's being added, and someone has to protect all of those employees, whether they're human and digital. They have to onboard them, right? They have to have policies, they have to have controls, right? They have to have access, right? Someone has to manage them. And we think we're uniquely positioned to manage.
But you're thinking, when you use the phrase digital labor, you're thinking that you're actually going to be onboarding a digital labor, like not a real person, but a digital labor that's going to have instructions about what they do and how they do it.
I absolutely do believe that. If you think about what everyone's talking about here in Davos is agents, and we're moving into this world of agentic future. If you think about what we do today, we onboard human employees. In the future, when these new agents come into work, someone's got to manage them. Someone's got to secure your enterprise. Someone's got to protect your enterprise as they come in. And I think there will be people, and we're going to be one of them, that manages the entire labor force, whether it's human or digital, and they're going to peacefully coexist on a platform in a secure way. And there's no one better positioned than Workday to do that. So while you may see some decrease or moderation in human capital from a human side, there's also going to be increase in digital labor.
What is the defensive moat, though, around that? And I ask because if AI is as good as we keep hearing it's going to ultimately be, won't I, too, be able to build that app or that software package that is able to instruct my digital labor to do what it's supposed to do?
Yeah. So the moat is all around data. Everyone spends a lot of time talking about AI, and I think you would agree at this point, Andrew, the output of AI is only as good as the data you're training off of. And the moat we have today is we have 70 million employees on our platform in a highly curated platform, all the same data set. And not only do we have all that data, but we understand the context of what's happening with that data. And we're processing now 800 billion transactions a year on that platform, which gives us an ability to train off of that data that is so clean to drive true output that will drive business value around AI. One of the things I see everyone talking about, even here this week, is the impact of AI. And everyone's talking about it and how it's going to reduce your costs to operate the enterprise. Well, that is true. It's going to drive efficiencies. I think we need to turn the conversation. How can we leverage AI to drive growth in our corporations? How do we drive enterprise growth through the use of AI? We need to take those savings and apply it to growth. That's the opportunity around AI. It's not just a cost-saving exercise.
Are there any trends you're seeing? I mean, I remember talking to you were his successor, or he's your successor, Neil, about different trends over the years where there was stuff in the data about what's happening to employees right now. I mean, is there anything right now that's jumping out at you?
Yeah, so listen, we do see a lot of data. Today, we're processing almost 1 million applications a day on top of Workday. That's a 3-to-1 ratio on the number of job recs we see on the system. So while there's still jobs being created on top of the Workday platform, it's actually harder and harder to get access to those jobs because the demand is outweighing the supply for jobs today. So we are seeing that, but we're still seeing growth. Everyone talks about AI and the impact of the human workforce. It's moderating, but there is still growth, and that growth will continue with every tectonic shift.
Well, we keep saying that there's a shift in terms of the power, that actually labor is losing power to management, right? There was a period of time where everyone said that labor had more power over. Do you see that being the case? If you're saying there's a shortage.
So here's what I see. We talk about the power of AI. We're truly in one of the most revolutionary tectonic shifts we've ever seen in technology with AI. We think that is going to drive an AI, right, skill set revolution. And what I mean by that, we're going to move from a world, Andrew, where today we work with technology, you work with technology. In fact, most people spend the majority of the day using technology. Yep. We're moving to a world where technology is going to work for humans. And what that's going to do, it's going to free us up from those mundane tasks, and we're going to go reskill our workforce, and we're going to go reskill management. And I don't call it soft skills because I think they're life skills that we need to bring back into the enterprise. Empathy, being authentic, having conflict resolution. How do we think about emotional intelligence? All of these things I think we've lost because we spend so much time using technology is going to free us up to go focus on those life skills and soft skills. And I think management is going to be even more effective because of the power of AI going forward.